So in this video, I want to talk about when ASD needs don't match up with the NT expressions of love. We're going to try to bridge the gap here. So today we're talking about one of the most painful dynamics in neurodiverse marriage. When one partner feels like they're loving and the other partner feels unloved. Not because either of you is doing nothing, but because you're speaking two different relational dialects. In neurodiverse relationships, where one partner is autistic and the other is neurotypical, love often isn't absent. No, it's mismatched. And when love is mismatched long enough, both partners start forming dangerous conclusions. The neurotypical wife may think, well, he doesn't care about connection. And the autistic husband may think, nothing I do is ever good enough. So today we're going to unpack some things. How love languages differ across neurotypes, why those differences create hurt, and how to bridge the gap without either partner losing themselves. So let's start with the core misunderstanding. Part 1, love is expressed through regulation style. We often talk about love languages, right, in popular culture, but in neurodiverse marriage, love expression is deeply connected to nervous system wiring. Neurotypical love often looks like emotional attunement, frequent verbal reassurance, physical closeness, shared experience, spontaneous affection, whereas autistic love often looks like practical support, reliability, problem solving, loyalty, acts of service that reduce stress. Both are love, but they feel very different. For example, a neurotypical wife says, well, I just want you to sit with me and talk. And her autistic husband thinks, oh, she's overwhelmed. I'll fix the thing that's stressing her. He tries to solve the problem, and she feels emotionally alone. Then he feels unappreciated. This is not a lack of love. It's a difference in expression of love. So here's the first reframe. Love is often expressed in the language that regulates the giver, not the receiver. Let me repeat that. Love is often expressed in the language that regulates the giver, not the receiver. And unless you translate that, you'll keep missing each other. Part 2, we're going to talk about where the hurt builds. Let's talk honestly about where resentment grows here. For the neurotypical partner, you may experience emotional loneliness, feeling pursued less than you pursue, needing more affirmation, wanting shared emotional processing. And when those needs go unmet, the story becomes, well, I guess I'm too much, or I guess I'm not desirable anymore, or I guess I don't matter emotionally anymore. Well, that hurts deeply. Now let's talk about the autistic partner. For the autistic spouse, you may experience constant pressure to perform emotionally, confusion about what more is being asked, overwhelm from repeated relational demands, and feeling like your efforts are invisible. The story becomes, well, I guess I'm failing as a husband no matter what. I can't relax. I'm always the problem. That also hurts deeply. Now, notice something important here. Both partners feel unseen. Both partners feel insufficient. And both partners feel alone. That's the tragedy of untranslated love. Part 3, the most common love mismatches. Let's get very specific here. The first one is emotional processing versus solution focus. The neurotypical partner says, hey, I need you to hear me. The autistic partner hears, this is a problem to solve. Now here's the bridge strategy. The neurotypical partner can say, you know what, I don't really need a solution, I just need you to be present. And the autistic partner can practice one of these sentences here. Do you want empathy or ideas? Would you rather I just listen or offer some possible solutions? That one question changes everything. The second thing to consider here is spontaneity versus predictability. Neurotypical love often feels spontaneous, surprise date nights, unplanned affection, emotional check-ins. But autistic love often feels structured, scheduled connection, routine-based bonding, predictable engagement. Now here's the bridge strategy. Create a scheduled connection ritual. It may not feel romantic at first, I understand. But safety breeds warmth over time. Spontaneity grows better in structured soil. Now let's look at the third aspect to consider. Verbal reassurance versus behavioral loyalty. Now, the neurotypical partner may want, I love you, you're beautiful, you matter to me. The autistic partner may show love by coming home every night, providing stability, handling responsibilities. The NT wife expresses love verbally. The ASD husband expresses love through consistency and doing things for her. Now here's the bridge strategy. Make reassurance explicit and measurable. The autistic partner can choose one daily affirmation, and the NT partner can verbally acknowledge acts of service. Translation builds appreciation. The next aspect to consider is physical touch differences. Sensory profiles matter. One partner may crave frequent touch. The other may find touch overstimulating under stress. Here's the bridge strategy. Negotiate touch windows, not as obligation, but as intentional connection. For example, 5 minutes of agreed closeness can feel safer than unpredictable contact. Now let's go on to part 4, the emotional danger of chronic mismatch. If these differences aren't addressed, something very subtle happens. The neurotypical wife begins escalating bids for connection, more requests, more emotional intensity, more urgency. Then the autistic husband begins withdrawing to regulate, more shutdown, more avoidance, more defensiveness. She pursues, he withdraws. She pursues, he withdraws. She pursues, he withdraws. And this cycle intensifies. Now love isn't just mismatched, it feels threatening. This is when couples start questioning compatibility. But often the issue isn't compatibility. It's translation and pacing. You can't demand someone love you in a way his nervous system can't sustain. And you can't starve a partner of connection because structure feels safer. Both truths must coexist. Part 5, a practical bridging framework. Now here's a simple framework I want you to try this week. Step 1, define your top 3 love needs. Each partner answers this. When I feel most love, it looks like, and you fill in the blank. Be very specific, not vague. Step 2, rank sustainability. Ask, okay, which of these can I realistically give consistently? Neurodiverse marriage thrives on sustainable gestures, not emotional bursts. Step 3, create a hybrid ritual. Design one shared ritual that blends both styles. For example, a 15-minute scheduled check-in, clear structure, emotional sharing first, problem solving second, and end with agreed upon physical closeness. That's predictable, safe, and connected. Now here's what I want you to remember. In neurodiverse marriage, love is rarely absent. It's untranslated. The neurotypical partner often needs emotional resonance. The autistic partner often expresses love through reliability and stability. Neither is wrong. But without intentional bridging, both partners slowly feel starved. So bridging the gap requires clarity, explicit requests, structure, and patience. Neither party is doing anything wrong because they love differently, but both parties are responsible for learning each other's dialect. And when you do, something very special happens. Love stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like safety. Now, if this resonated, let me know which mismatch shows up most in your neurodiverse relationship. And if you want deeper tools for building safety and connection in neurodiverse marriage, subscribe and stay connected. Also, please comment. I read and respond to all comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.